up, Chicken Nuggets? Keenub here with another MMR. In case you don't know what my MMR is, it's Motivational Monday Rant. Today's Motivational Monday Rant topic will be change. Recently, I have gone through a very interesting change. If you guys don't know, I am a full-time I was a full-time content creator over on Mixer.com. Make sure you follow Cute Noob. And you know, I've been kind of trying to spread my wings and kind of see how more I can represent my brand and bring more exposure to my brand. And I went through this really hard week of deciding whether I wanted to go back and stream on the old platform I used to stream on, which was twitch.tv/cutenoob with 2 zeros. Definitely go check me out on there as well. But I wanted to talk about change because it was really hard for me to decide to do that, because I always say that loyalty is my biggest, most important value to me. So I kind of felt like I was, in a way, betraying Mixer by deciding to stream on Twitch again. And I found this really cool quote when I was coming up with this rant today. And the quote goes, "Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change." So I was looking at it from a very personal point of view. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so loyal. I always pride myself in being super loyal. But I was like, what am I actually being loyal to? Am I being loyal to myself and my community, or am I being loyal to a site? And I know this is definitely a huge debate that people talk about constantly. Like, people are so loyal to a certain site or a certain brand or a certain, like, it could be a clothing brand or food brand, whatever it is. But I think at the end of it all, we all have to be loyal to ourselves and what's gonna benefit us in the long run, because you do have to take care of you first. So I want to obviously tell you guys, the first thing to change is to become a better person, to become better or the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. Desiring change is not bad. Sometimes it could be very scary, and it could almost feel like it's gonna impact your life in like the worst way ever, because that's personally how I felt. And it could also make you very sad. And I think all those emotions are absolutely okay. Like, you should embrace those emotions, because it could be scary, but I think putting yourself in situations where you're scared or you're almost uncomfortable is really good, because you get to really test what you're made of, and you get to find a sense of where you are in life, whether you still need to work more on yourself or whether you're growing, kind of like seeing how much you've grown over time. And change could also, I don't want to make it or fixate only on the idea of change being as careers. I also want to say change could be like deciding to put on makeup, changing your hairstyle, deciding to change your eating habit. It could also be like changing your mentality. I feel like a lot of us need to, for one, change our mentality. One thing that I've recently been reading in my book, which is Girl Wash Your Face. I always get confused because she has 2 books. Well, I read both of the books, so that's why I get confused. So she talks about how most women are really judgmental. So I'm working on making sure that whenever I am going into that zone where I feel like I'm about to judge someone, I change my mentality, or I do my best to change my mentality and say something positive about that person. That is my way of changing my mentality. Your way could be like, maybe you're being a little bit negative, or you're maybe looking for all the bad signs, or psyching yourself out about where you're going in life. And it could be like changing that type of perspective. And obviously the biggest one is definitely eating habits. I think we all, and it's okay to be in a place where you're not making the best eating choices, but also becoming aware that you're not making the best choices and changing that could really improve your life. And I want to talk to you. First thing, I know that change is going to be uncomfortable. I think change is meant to be uncomfortable, and it's meant to make you feel scared. And that is absolutely okay. Like, allow yourself to feel that way. I think a lot of us, especially me, when I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling like I'm losing control of a certain situation, I always start freaking out and always try to find ways that I can control it. And I think allowing for things to be out of your control is okay. You need to realize that you're gonna be fine. And if you're not, it's okay. It's another situation that you will overcome. Everything that you're going through, you can overcome as long as you are pushing yourself to like feel the emotions and moving forward, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then be proud of the change that you are making and try to be consistent. I think the hardest thing is making sure that when you are making change that you stay consistent. For example, for me would be kind of like my jiu-jitsu career. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a year, almost a year. I think a year, maybe going into like a year and a half. And it's so easy for me sometimes to be like, oh, I don't feel like doing jiu-jitsu, or oh, I don't feel like working out. And I almost like give myself a little bit too much of leniency and a little bit too much of slack, where I know that I could push myself and I could continue to do it. I just need to make sure that I force myself and that I think of it like in perspective of like the end goal of things. For me, the end goal of jiu-jitsu would be to, one, be absolutely amazing at jiu-jitsu, and once we're able to compete, I definitely want to compete. It's more of that like competitive side of me, and obviously staying healthy. But for you, it could be you want to be consistent with eating healthy, and your end goal is to be at your desired weight. And you have to think about that every time you're falling off the wagon, or every time you're thinking of like taking an extra cheat day, or you know, deciding to eat too much carbs or anything like that. I think that's consistency is going to help you, and obviously checking in with yourself ever so often to like make sure that you're okay and make sure that you're feeling okay. Through all of this, you should be checking in with yourself at least maybe once a day. You could write down in a journal, or at the end of the week. I have this planner. I absolutely love this planner. This is by Rachel Hollis. I know you guys know that I'm absolutely obsessed with it, but the one thing I love about this planner is at the end of every week, she makes us write down, one, what we did productive in this week, two, what we could have done better, and three, what kind of restrained us from actually accomplishing all our goals. And it really makes you think like, okay, am I being too lenient on myself? Am I being lazy? Am I just like not being consistent? So I would highly recommend this, or buy something like this, or create your own journal. You always have the opportunity to create your own journal as well. And last but not least, embrace change. Change is good. The fact that you're changing and you want to change is for the better. You probably don't like where you are at this point in life. You're probably like, I need to do more for myself, and that is absolutely okay, and it's healthy, and I am proud of you for wanting to change. Now you just gotta get into action and actually put in the work. And it's not gonna be easy, and you're gonna be bored, or you're gonna be tired of eating the same meals, or you're gonna be too exhausted one day and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere near your goal. But definitely chase after it, because at the end it's going to be worth it, and I believe in you, and you should believe in yourself. And I hope this rant made you guys feel good, because it definitely made me feel good writing it. I was like, hell yeah, I want everyone to change, to be the best version of themselves, to want to help others, and obviously help themselves. There's so many times in life where you feel so helpless because there's so much things out of your control. But if you can just focus on how you could be better, you're gonna impact other people's lives around you. So go chase that change in your life that you want in any aspect of your life. And I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. Peace out, Boy Scouts.